The power of ISMTrack centers around its ability to combine observations with management activities and generate reports based on this information. For this to function, the uploaded observations must be added to a management activity like surveying or herbicide treatment. This is a critical step for tracking management and allowing the user to query results and generate reports. To create a management activity, click the Management Activities tab at the top of the ISMTrack screen and select New Management Activity. You also have the option to view all management activities here and then edit existing management activities. This will be discussed in a subsequent video. The Reporting Management Activities page will allow you to assign management activities to observations. Within this report are required and optional fields. Required fields include site name, date, method, and the location where management work was done. If you do not provide this information, ISMTrack will not allow the management activity to be reported. Other fields are optional and include categories such as start and end time, temperature, miles driven, crew members, and pesticides used. Fill in these categories if you wish to track and report on these activities. First, select a site. Once this is selected, a list of all the associated observations with this site are automatically populated into the report. Specific observations where management activities occurred within a site will be selected in a future step. After selecting a site, fill in the date of the activity. Then fill in other optional fields of interest. While the optional fields take more time to enter, they can help track critical pieces of information such as weather during herbicide application or effort of those involved. For example, you may assign people who worked on this management activity. This is especially helpful if you want to track efforts of employees and/or volunteers for a particular set of tasks. After this information is entered, a management method must be selected. Management activities consist of surveying for invasive species, as well as a wide range of management activities from biological control to prescribed fire to manual methods and a range of other herbicide methods. If a particular management activity of interest is not present, please contact us to add it to the list of options. Currently, only one management activity can be assigned to a management activity report. If multiple methods are used, separate management activity reports will need to be created. If surveying and managing observations at the same time, reporting your survey is not required. If herbicides are used, information including rates applied and volume sprayed can be filled in by selecting the pesticide button. This information is helpful if you would like to generate a pesticide use report for the site. After these sections are filled out, you can assign the observations where the work was conducted. This can be done by selecting desired observations under the Mappings field. As previously mentioned, any observations associated with the site you select will be listed here. Click on boxes next to the ID number for observations to be included in the report. As observations are selected, they will appear in the Google-generated map. Select only the observations where management activities occurred for that day. When you have finished assigning invasive species data, you will need to draw a polygon around the area worked on for the specific management activity identified. This is accomplished by using the Polygon drawing tool on the upper center of the Google map. Clicking on this button will activate the tool. Then each click will allow you to outline the survey boundary. Double-clicking will connect the last point to the first. The area of the polygon will be calculated and available for summarization in the Reporting and Query tab. Once you've filled everything out, click Submit. Then you have successfully created a survey management activity. I will now demonstrate two examples of reporting management activities. We will use the Mead Wildlife Area as a site for both examples. The first activity performed was to survey for invasive species on July 17, 2015. This was done from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. As we do not conduct any management, I will not fill in the optional weather information. I will select surveying as the method. As two individuals were involved in the survey, I will select those individuals and enter the hours that they worked surveying the location. As Bucky Badger and Sam Marquardt were volunteers, I selected this option in the boxes. I then select the observations that were recorded on this date that were assigned to this site. These appear on the map below. The final step is to indicate the area that you worked on the map using the Polygon feature. In this example, make sure and include all of the areas you surveyed, even the ones you did not find any invasive species. Once the polygon is entered on the map, click Submit. The other management activity that will be reported will involve both surveying and managing. In this example, we will continue to use the Mead Wildlife Area. On April 20th, 2016, two individuals monitored for and treated populations of honeysuckle from 1 to 5 p.m. As we used a herbicide to treat the honeysuckle, I will fill out the weather information for that time period. We managed honeysuckle plants we observed by treating it with a foliar application of Roundup Pro. Although we surveyed and conducted foliar management, we will only select the foliar management activity. ISMTrack automatically assumes that any new observation that hasn't already been surveyed for was surveyed and managed at the same time. This eliminates the need to fill out an additional management activity. Now, we will enter the individuals. These people worked in the field that day. Once this is completed, we can enter the pesticides used that day. In this case, Roundup Pro was used. We used 1 gallon at a 2% solution. Entering this information will allow users to track pesticide use within and between sites, giving data for pesticide use around the state. Finally, select the populations that were treated and draw polygons to indicate the areas worked. In this situation, the user must decide on whether to draw a polygon over the entire area, one big polygon, or across each separate population. As management and survey information is being collected simultaneously in this case, the user will need to decide what information they would like to summarize. If most interested in reporting the area surveyed, they should draw the polygon over the entire area surveyed. This will allow for reporting on how much area they covered. If the more critical information is the area treated, then the user should draw polygons around the treated observations. Note that multiple polygons can be drawn on the same map. If the user is interested in both of these pieces of information, we recommend that they fill out management activities for survey and management separately. This will allow the user to capture both pieces of information accurately. When you are done, click Submit and your management activity will have been recorded. In summary, we have demonstrated several key aspects in creating a management activity. While many fields are available to enter information for, remember, only site name, date, method, and delineating the area where work was done are required fields. We strongly suggest that you think about what type of information you would like to summarize prior to filling out these reports, as this can impact how you record information and avoid additional editing of the management activities in the future.